Hello and welcome to another edition of For the Record. I'm Sean Murphy. Getting to be summertime, getting to be baseball season, so we have to have our friend Dennis Long from the Mystic Schooners back, and this time I'm actually going to say his name correctly.
I appreciate
You didn't
that.
even say anything. I said your name wrong once. You didn't even mention it.
We were happy to be here, so I figured I'd just let it go.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much.
Mystic Schooners, tell us about them.
Well, we are summer college baseball, and we've been at it. This is our 5th year. And the league we're in is called the New England Collegiate Baseball League, the NECBL, a 12-team league. And we really have a bunch of baseball players kind of doing their internship with the hopes of maybe getting drafted and playing professionally. We've got guys from all over the country staying with wonderful host families that we kind of recruit all winter. And we just got started. We're on our way, and we're really happy with the group of guys we have. It's been fun, and it's just fun to see the families come to the ballpark, and you know, like I said, it's better than snow. We've had a lot of snow this winter, so we're happy to be on green grass playing again.
Mystic Schooners should have a winter alternate sport too, because you certainly would get a lot of play out of that.
Yeah, you know, Schooners hockey maybe next year. Yeah.
The ice age that we just got out of. You described it as summer college baseball. Now, for people to understand what that is, because they kind of know, people who are casual baseball fans, they know youth baseball, they know like minor league baseball, but explain what it is exactly.
Well, I call it baseball in its purest form. These are guys that are amateurs, not getting paid for it at all, chasing the dream, and very, very talented. They're recruited by our head coach, Phil Orby, myself, even other members of our staff that kind of have the network out all through the country. It's not professional. It's not minor league. It's not the Connecticut Tigers. I don't believe we even compete with the Connecticut Tigers for fans. We have our own little niche. It's high-quality baseball. If you had to kind of give it a quality level, I'd say it's like a good A ball, Class A minor league ball.
And it is high quality because you can't just walk off the street and decide. I mean, you could try out, but you actually have to have some skill and ability to be able to be on the team.
Yeah, well, the number one thing is you have to be in college,
right,
and you have to be on a college roster.
Right. So this is key to maintaining eligibility,
yes,
and this is perfect for college kids,
yes,
that want to continue to play when they're not in school and keep themselves sharp, right, but not mess around with any of their eligibility.
Right. I think the way we seem to get the predominant number of our players is that there are players that are on the roster, probably didn't get the bulk of the workload during college. Maybe they're freshmen just learning the game in college, where there are seniors that, for instance, may have pitched 80 innings, which is a lot in college. We may get that freshman or sophomore that pitched 20 innings that needs more work. Talented, probably in 2 years he'll be the star. But we'll take them now and let them get their work in the summer. Now,
you mentioned the Connecticut Tigers. They're a single-A team. They design the schedule to coincide, I guess, with graduation time of college. How do the Mystic Schooners schedule work to kind of coalesce with college play?
It's similar.
Okay.
It's similar, yeah. Colleges typically end early to mid-May. There's a couple-week layover. Guys stay home, go home, see their families, and then spend the next 8 to 10 weeks in Mystic, which is not a bad summer.
No, but they're still informed for the most. So that when they come to you, they're pretty much, aside from a short break, which they probably need,
yeah,
you know, mentally and physically, they're in pretty good shape when they get to you.
Oh, they're in great shape.
Right. So you don't really need spring training per se.
No,
you know?
We have a couple of workouts when they get
right
here, just to kind of meet each other. Get their swings back, get their arms loose, and even during the early week or first week or two, we kind of break everybody in, giving equal time to everybody, let them all get their feet under them, and if somebody's on a hot streak, they're going to stay in. You know.
How many games is in a season?
42-game regular schedule. The last 2 years, we've been fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. We got another 5 games each. So far, 5 games. We'd love to get another 6 to 8. That would mean we win it all. But
how many teams in the league go to the playoffs?
We have 2 6-team divisions, so the top 4 in each division.
Is the league considered? I know is it like an independent or?
It's amateur summer ball. It's quite an industry now.
Yeah.
Summer baseball. I think there are something like 25 different summer leagues all over the country. Cape Cod being the
That's the famous one that everybody knows.
I would say we're 1A. If Cape Cod's number 1, we're probably 1A. There's a great league, Coastal Plains League in the Carolinas. There's a Northwoods League in the Midwest. Both very good. There's a Futures League in New England as well. But I would say we're probably just below the Cape And I think for most kids that started in a different summer league, this is a step up for them to come to Mystic and to our league.
Now, before we went on the air, we were in the green room, and we were talking about how the Major League Draft just occurred, right? And some of your players that we'll have on in a little while, they were noticing some people that maybe they heard of or knew got drafted somewhere, right?
We always like to look and see some names that were either on the Schooners, on the colleges that our players come from, or on opposing teams in our summer league. I think there's a fellow by the name of Chris Shaw from Boston College, drafted in the first round, the 30th pick. First rounder, played in our league in New Bedford a couple of years ago, which was great. I mean, it's great for our league to see high draft picks.
People who do get drafted, like from the Mystic Schooners, normally would they most likely be a player that would go to like a double A or something, a single A or something like that?
Good question. I think they'd probably go to a single A, a higher level of A. Typically, your high school kids and maybe some inexperienced college players would go to what they call rookie ball.
Right.
Some of our players, I think, would go maybe make the jump to a higher level of A ball because they've got some good college training under their belt. Physically mature, mentally mature. Sometimes it's the mental piece that's as important as anything.
Primarily, what schools your players do they go to?
Well,
you got one UConn.
Well, we've got more than one. We've got a group of UConn guys. You're going to meet a guy from Nebraska. We've got 3 guys from the University of Miami who, at this time, are in the College World Series.
Wow.
We may not see them till July 1st, probably. So we'd love to get them, but that's a good and a bad thing. It's great to see them go to the World Series. It's bad for us because we don't have them for the first half of the season. Local kids, UConn Avery Point, Central Connecticut. We've got Wagner College in Staten Island, New York. We've got Seton Hall. We've got Trinity University in Texas, not to be confused with Trinity College in Hartford.
Right.
So, yeah, we've got them from all over. We really do.
How do you acquire players? What determines if they go to your team?
Get on the phone.
Okay,
email.
so it's a recruiting thing.
I will say this: Mystic's such a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Our host families
It's
are
easy.
so great.
Yeah.
Coaches call us and they say, "Hey, who do you need?" And in the first year that I was involved, we really had to scramble to get good players because the Newports of the world, who are in our league, a beautiful place again to play, they still do get.
You don't need to sell the other teams.
Well, they still get quality players. They've been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
We're getting into that upper echelon, I think.
So you send out scouts and.
Well, we don't send out scouts. We just network.
Okay.
We talk to pro scouts that we know.
Watch film or video.
A little bit YouTube video. We found one of our hitters. I literally looked at a YouTube video, saw a couple of swings, and said, "Yeah, we need this kid."
I have to realize that you're probably on a budget, and you can't just be jet setting high.
Well, it's a nonprofit organization.
Right, yeah.
We're just trying to break even, and anything we can do to help in the community is as important as anything. You talked about being year-round, winter. That's an important thing for us. We try to sponsor youth leagues in other sports in the winter. So we are like running kind of on a shoestring. But the baseball side, with a network, and as you get older, you get to know more people. So
you know everybody.
Yeah, well, you get to know more baseball people, and so I just get on the phone all winter. Phil Orby gets on the phone, and we kind of have fun. It's like rotisserie ball sometimes. We think, what do you think about this guy, Phil? And because I don't like him. Well, you got to give me one for free that I can take. We have a little fun with it.
So you're the GM, but you also got yourself another job. You're the pitching coach now too. Did you promote yourself, or
no? I was asked. I think I found myself talking to the pitchers a lot as the GM the first 2 years.
Is that but your specialized area of interest for
you?
Yeah,
I've done that for a long time. I've given instruction to kids for a long time, and I just got a kick out of watching all the college guys come around and talking pitching with them. And some of the other staff members said, "Geez, you really connect with those guys. Why don't you be the pitching coach?" And it was really kind of like I was torn because the GM responsibilities are pretty vast, and
you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, but we've got an executive director who's come aboard named Don Benoit, who's been wonderful. He's kind of handled the business end of everything, where my responsibilities are focused on the team, host families, and really coaching. Which I think as the business model is a lot better than it was last time we were in this interview. So
you got a whole season under your belt now.
Yeah, right. You learn a little bit each year.
Well, since we're talking about you right now, I want to give you. I know you don't want to do this, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to name drop a little bit because you know some big time players, some heavy hitters in the industry, right?
Well, I mean,
and who you've worked with.
I mean, years ago, from you're spanning 30+ years from when I played, but I still make contacts. Billy Bean was a teammate of mine with the Oakland A's, and
why weren't you in that movie?
Well,
yeah.
no, I wasn't. No, it was Brad Pitt or me. I know, right? Yeah.
Let's see when we gotta go.
Sorry. No. But Billy, I've talked to him over the years just to say hello and always make the contacts. A couple of agents. The agents are the guys that I've gotten to know a little bit. Players that have gotten signed, I kind of make a little introduction to the agent saying, hey, we supported this guy during the summer. If you know of any high school kids who are drafted, who will be going to college, can you refer them this way? So you kind of build a relationship with agents, coaches, and scouts, and it's easy. Once you get the network grows, the recruiting gets easier. So
tell me about your head coach.
Phil Orby. As we speak now, he's in the state finals coming up this weekend with Montville High School. I believe he's a, 4-time state champion maybe. He's probably one of the best baseball guys I've ever been around. And we were talking the other night in our first game, saying it was just good to be back in the dugout talking baseball. We enjoy just watching the players play. There's not a lot of coaching going on.
They've got the basics.
Well, they've got the basics.
You know?
If they ask us for help, we offer it.
Right. You're more of a manager than a coach,
kind of.
Right?
You know what we really are? We're like librarians, and we don't want to ruin the books. We send them back like we got them back to their colleges. We don't want to do anything that's going to hurt them. Right. It's going to take away their confidence. We want them to come, flourish here as best they can. But even if they don't flourish statistically, they're going to go back home a better player.
Yeah, usually, I mean, it's for the better. I mean,
right.
any coach would probably tell you that any extra practice or training that they can get in is probably a good thing,
I mean, it's quality competition. And we just want them to enjoy it, take it in, remember the experiences. Don't worry about your statistics here, because by Labor Day, nobody's going to remember.
We talked about the head coach. Tell me about the field you play on.
Fitch High School, right on the top of Groton Long Point Road. Wonderful field, probably the top 2 or 3 playing surfaces in our league. We've got great support. It all starts with our owner, Tom and Michelle Mera. They've put a lot of money toward the renovations of that field, so it's one of the top, I'd say, top 3 fields in the league. We play 6 o'clock each night, and you can check out our schedule on our website, schoonersbaseball.org. And once you get to a ball game, I think you'll come again. It's really fun.
Tell me about the state of baseball in general these days.
I think it's flourishing. I think compared to other sports on a national scale.
Some, controversies, scandals, so to speak.
Well, there are no deflate gates in the summer league. Yeah, but I think it's had its bumps. The steroid era was a black mark, no doubt. But I think it's coming to a point now where I think there's always that stigma that it's a slow game, but I think there are a lot of people that appreciate the cerebral piece of the game.
I really want to ask you about that too, because of all the rules that Major League Baseball has implemented too, and one of the big things is to speed up the game. Now that may be something that may be necessary strictly for Major League Baseball, but when you're talking about baseball at the youth level, minor league level, college, summer league level, I mean, people go out to just go to the ballpark and sit and enjoy and relax, watch a baseball game.
And more so in our league. Yeah. I mean, it's the experience of being at the ballpark, being close to these great guys. And the players like to see fans in the stands. There's no secret to that. It's always more fun to play when somebody's watching, really good or bad, positive or negative against you or for you, it doesn't matter. As long as there's some noise and some energy, it makes for a better game.
Are you against the rule changes that are?
The speed up rules? Yeah. I'm kind of old school. I am a little bit against it. I think there's some drama that is part of the game that you take away when you speed things up. The instant replay, I'm 50-50. It's actually helped make some calls correct, but no more of those arguments with the umps as much anymore. So it's kind of fun.
Staying in the box or the pitcher speeding up.
Staying in the box. I'm 50-50 on that too, because there's sometimes the drama in that.
You are a traditionalist.
Pause. Yeah, I am. I am. I'm old school on that one. And I learned a long time ago that it's got its own flow. Baseball's got its own flow to the game. I want pitchers and I want players to work fast. I don't want to be dragging, but I think there is a point every once in a while you need to take a breath, take a pause, and just to get yourself settled. But actually, it adds to the drama of the game.
But doing the Josh Beckett thing gets a little, from a fan standpoint.
Yeah, I know. He takes forever. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Dennis Long, he's the GM and now the new pitching coach for the Mystic Schooners. Get out, watch a game. You will absolutely enjoy it. One more time on the website.
Schoonersbaseball.org.
Oh, by the way, I just want to mention before we wrap up your segment, you're so dedicated to getting the word out about the Mystic Schooners. Schooners. You're coming and taping right now. In a little while from now, they're playing a game, right?
Right. We have a game tonight as we speak. We have a game all week this week. But for the most accurate information, just check the website. The schedule's on the website.
Dedicated man right here. Dennis Long, Mystic Schooners. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much, Sean.
We're going to take a break, come back, meet a couple of players. I'm Sean Murphy. This is For the Record. Stay with us. Welcome back to For the Record. I'm Sean Murphy. We're chatting with the folks from the Mystic Schooners baseball team. We had the GM and pitching coach on a minute ago. So how about a pitcher, left-handed pitcher no less, and an outfielder, Jake Myers, who actually also plays for the University of Nebraska. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Tell me your experience so far with the Mystic Schooners and in the Mystic area in Connecticut. How long have you been here for?
I've been here for 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Started off just a couple workouts and stuff. I've played 3 games now with them, and it's been a lot of fun. I love the area, and I'm excited for the whole summer.
Now, what position are you primarily going to be playing?
Well, I got more repetition at my college for pitching, so I think I'm going to play more outfield and hit here.
Okay, so that's a strategy. Pitch it in college, and you come here and stay active and stuff, but try a little something. Try your other position, right?
Yeah, as well as getting better pitching too.
Right.
They want me to get better at both.
Now,
so.
a left-handed pitcher is like gold, isn't it? I mean, you think about it. I'm a lefty too. No gold, but just lefty. But I mean, how valuable is that?
It's very valuable. Actually, one of our left-handed pitchers tore his labrum back in Nebraska, so I was called upon a lot of the innings, which took away some of my outfield innings. So it is a big thing, bigger thing than being a lefty, I would say. I don't know, out of the pen at least.
Now you're playing Big Ten baseball, right, out
Yes.
there. So you were not nervous or anything coming here for this league or anything, and regardless of the quality of players that you will go up against, right?
No, I wouldn't say I wasn't nervous. I'm
Yeah.
nervous, obviously. Every game's baseball, I mean, but like I hear about all the players being drafted, it's a great league.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard back in Nebraska. It's all over the country. It's heard as a great league. So yeah,
Had to be a part of it, right?
yeah, I'm excited.
And so, what's your future? What's your goal? Ultimate goal? I mean, get as high as you can and
Yeah.
playing baseball.
Yep. Goal to get drafted. Go as far as I can.
What are you majoring in college right now?
I'm a criminal justice major.
Okay. And then you come to Mystic, and you play for the Schooners, and you got this beach life and this sort of coastal atmosphere too. So it's kind of chilling, but at the same time, enjoying some baseball too, right?
Exactly. It's very different from me. Not very many beaches in Nebraska.
A lake here or there,
Yeah,
between
there you go.
cornfields.
There
But
you
I know
go.
that you're really a city boy, more
Yep.
so than cornfields for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
So when do you get time to actually go home and spend time with your family? If you're doing college and summer ball.
Over winter break, like over Christmas and the New Year, I'd say we get a good 3 weeks to go home and kind of not necessarily relax. We still have to work out and get stronger, but I'd say that's really the only time you get to go home and relax.
All right. Well, we're going to be looking for you all season, Mystic
All right.
Schooners. Whether you're in Rhode Island or Connecticut, go check them out. It's great fun, great entertainment, inexpensive entertainment, as opposed to, going to Boston or New York or something like that. Jake Myers, an outfielder and a left-handed pitcher playing for the Mystic Schooners. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Let's meet another player. We'll take a short break and come right back. I'm Sean Murphy. This is For the Record. Welcome back to For the Record. I'm Sean Murphy. More players. Another great player from the Mystic Schooners. His name's Aaron Hill. He's an infielder, and his college is UConn. He actually lives in Groton, so pretty close, right? I mean, you're really local.
Right.
So first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell me, we were talking about the World Series last year. You were rooting for Kansas City because we don't like San Francisco.
Nope.
So yeah. Tell me about your experience at UConn first, and we'll get to the Mystic Schooners. How was it playing for UConn?
It's great playing for you.
Did you get recruited hard by them?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's great playing for Coach Penders. They got a great coaching staff over there. Everybody, hitting coach, the pitching coach, even our infield coach. really great staff over there, and they do a great job at making sure everyone playing together and developing players.
It's great to be close and to play for a school like UConn. At the same time, though, I would imagine that they're at a disadvantage compared to, you know, like Florida schools and stuff like that, where they're just playing all year round, right?
Right. You know, preseason, you know, it's especially this past, you know, winter, it was all snow, so we have to go inside.
That's
And
brutal.
So we're playing we're playing indoor stadium. Well, not stadium, but
Facility, right? It's on
right.
turf too,
Right, turf field, not used to the dirt, so you know we don't have the real game-like atmosphere. We're not on the field, and then first series, whenever we go down to Florida, you know we're on dirt for the first time. We're in the air. We got all these other conditions to deal with, and other teams are just ready. You know, they're ready.
See,
for
if you were
us.
football, that would be an advantage for
Right.
you to be in the cold and the snow, because those
Right.
Florida teams wouldn't be able to handle that, right?
You know, one thing we do know up here is that we can deal with the cold weather.
Right.
So teams down south are not used to the cold weather, but we're used to cold. I
Now-
don't like the cold, but you know we could play.
Yeah, I know. I didn't need this ice age that we just got out of. So tell me about the Mystic Schooners and your experience and why how you got involved.
Well, this is my second year back with the Schooners, and my first year was a great year. A lot of great teammates, a lot of great memories. It's a great season overall. You know, I really got better as a player. Coming in as a freshman, and I got a lot of playing time, but my skills weren't the way they should have been. And then really worked out a lot with the coaching staff here at with Coach Orby. Pre-games, we go there, get there an hour before. We're in ground balls, hitting. Just making sure my skills are ready. My defense is better than it needs to be, and it got better.
Is it huge when you go back to college after you played a season of Schooners baseball? I mean, are you like in match game shape, as they say? Are you all primed up and ready to go?
Yeah, for
you
the
don't
most
need
part.
spring training. You know?
Yeah, coming back, especially playing the NECBL, you
Yeah.
playing against great competition. You go back to your school and you're just ready to go off the bat. I want season to start. You know, I'm ready for anyone you got. Throw anyone out there. So it's a great league. It gets you prepared for the next year.
And you're close, so
Right.
and it's cool. You got all your friends and stuff come
Yep.
and watch you play, and
That's a good thing and a bad thing.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
okay, yeah. So
you know,
if you don't have a great game, then
You
you're
don't have
like,
a great game, they chirp
right.
you.
Yeah.
They make fun of you, but good game, they're there for you.
You guys, for Jake, it's different because you're local and he
Right.
has to travel. You guys all over social media and everything? And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about your games and stuff, and your.
I try not to talk about my game on Twitter or Facebook. I just let my game speak for itself.
So what's your goal? Again, just to get as
Yeah.
high as you can. In,
I want to get drafted. I want to play pro ball and get as far as I can with that. Hopefully get to everyone wants to get to the league one day,
Right.
but hopefully get as far as I can.
What are you majoring in college now?
Communications right now.
Okay, so maybe you do broadcasting or something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I always want to do something in sports,
Right.
whatever it is. Just try and stay in sports.
Right. When you say you're an infielder, does that mean you're bouncing all over the diamond on the infield?
I mostly play shortstop, but I'll play anywhere. Second base, third base. I'll play first base if I have to. I mean, just to stay
Just
in the
to
lineup.
play.
Just to play. I don't care where it's at. I'll play in the outfield. I'll catch. Don't pitch me though. I don't like
no
pitching.
pitch. No.
I mean, maybe one time, but I'm not the best pitcher.
Those guys like play once every 5 days or something.
Yeah, all they do
anyway,
is
right?
throw.
Yeah.
No offense to pitchers. No offense to Jake.
Yeah.
But all they do is
So you're a local guy. So who's your pro teams that you root for?
I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm also a Dodgers fan too because I'm from LA. So
What happens
Yankees
when
and
those two
Dodgers.
teams play each other?
I just want to see a good game.
Yeah.
Root for everybody.
That's
so.
cool. How many pro games do you get to over the course? Do you go to Fenway or Yankee Stadium?
Last time I
much?
was at Yankee Stadium, it was 2009. But I was recently at an Astros game. We were in Houston for last series for the regular season.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I got to see George Springer down there. Got to check out the game, and it was a pretty cool game.
So who do you play tonight?
Who do we play now? I don't even know who we play now. I just come ready to go.
Well, that's a reason. It doesn't matter who it is. You're just
Doesn't matter.
ready to
I'm
play.
just ready to go.
That's a reason for you to go out and watch the Mystic Schooners all this season, all this summer. We'll put the website up for you on the screen one more time for you to enjoy some good amateur baseball, inexpensive, just a fun thing to do in the summer or whenever they're playing. So good luck to you guys this season. I know you were in the playoffs last year, right?
Yep.
And you want to get even further this
I
year.
want to get a championship.
There you go. That's what it's all about, the championship. Aaron Hill, Mystic Schooner, and also UConn player for those locally. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And that is our show for today. You can watch this show and many others on our YouTube sites. Until next time, I'm Sean Murphy. This is For the Record. Take care.